Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and it looks like Hotfix 6.0.3 is finally released. There's a few things to talk about over here, and if you would have noticed, I have fixed a little bit of my issues with the microphone already, finally. Sorry about that, tech stuff is just a bit weird for me. So let's talk about this. Hotfix 6.0.3 has now been rolled out to all players, including one additional fix resolving an error that prevented events from triggering after completing missions as Gorbad Ironclaw. We are now working on Hotfix 6.0.4, which is currently aiming for the end of January. If this changes, we'll let you know. This is nice, actually giving a framework of when we should expect some changes. We've also got some details here, which is, hello everyone, we hope you've all had a fantastic festive break and a New Year celebration. At the end of 2024, we rolled out Hotfix 6.0.3 as an opt-in beta for you to try over the holiday period. We're pleased to announce that we've now rolled this hotfix out to all players, including one additional fix. Resolved a script error that prevented events from triggering after completing missions as Gorbad Ironclaw. Our original plan was to release this in late January, but we wanted to get these changes out to you as quickly as possible so you could all enjoy them. We're now aiming to do 6.0.4. Okay, we know this for the end of January. That's nice. Honestly, I think the beta was well received because at the end of the day, there were some clear issues, and getting a beta out, even if it was still a little bit volatile, means that a lot of fixes could be tried out. Okay, let's talk about the fixes now. So most of this is from the beta stuff. I just didn't cover it because I figured, well, they might add some stuff or change some values around, and it just makes sense to wait until the proper release. So Skulltaker updates some fixes, adjusted the Blood Host and Disciple forces so they no longer benefit from the demonic reforging chance. That's a bit of a shame. It did actually help out Nakari a little bit, but way too many Blood Hosts appear when it comes to Skulltaker. Adjusted the effects of Cloak of Skulls so that they now only apply to Skulltaker himself when he defeats the Lord. Fair enough. When playing the Skulltaker, the Legendary Lord bonus times 2 for Champion's Essence will now only be applied once after defeating a champion in battle. The bonus will no longer stack. I've just closed the window because there's a lot of construction going on. But yeah, that makes sense. Blood Hosts now increase the costs of the Blood for the Blood God occupation option while they are on the map. This means that the more active Blood Hosts there are, the more costly it becomes to create new Blood Hosts. This change addresses the over-reliance of Khorne factions on excessive Blood Host forces. This makes sense. Skulltaker was busted. I know some people are going to complain about this, but let's be honest, this is a good change. Way too much broken balance when it came to the Khorne side. Reduce the XP gain bonus from Cloak of Skulls on the dubious the Prescient Skull from 25/50 to 20/40. Yeah, that's fine. Fixed an issue where Blood Speakers lacked mounts when playing as Valkyria. Yep, that's something that was a bit of an issue. They're still kind of lacking something, but they're not going to do it, right? I've been saying this for a long, long time. They need they need the Skull Crushers. I just really want that. Fixed an issue where Heralds of Khorne and Blood Speakers on the Blood Throne mounts were missing the Siege Attacker trait. Great, that's really, really important. Fixed the 2D porthole for the Slaughter Guard, the Chosen of Khorne halberds, using the wrong image. Cool. And finally, fixed a text inconsistency in the description of the Demon's Reforged effect for the Skulltaker's faction. Cool. We got some stuff for performance here, so resolved a rare crash that could occur during VFX rendering. Fixed a crash that occurred when loading Save Savage Orc Great Shaman's Lord. Yep, that's what killed one of my campaigns, so great to see. Fixed a potential crash when loading a battle in certain cases. Fixed a crash that occurred when loading the Black Orc Big Boss character. Cool. And fixed a crash that occurred when teleporting to the Great Drill of Hashut quest battle. That's a lot of crashes being fixed up, which is quite important. The VFX one is one that's been affecting a lot of people, so it's good to see that fixed up. Alright, we're jumping into campaign now, so general gameplay, Erd mentality rebalance, melee defense, yeah, they had to nerf it, okay. So melee defense from 40 to 20, ward save from 40 to 20, number of squig herds in range for maximum value is now 10 gone down to 5. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Fixed an issue where Acidic Burper, Colossal Squig Regiment of Renown, was not counting towards the unit requirements for the Splode the Squig one. Splode the Big One tactic. God, orc writing. I'm dyslexic as hell, and this just makes it a bit worse for me. Ogre camps now only take 3 turns to be deployed instead of 5. That's great. That's actually, that's a really good change, actually. Removed Destroy Cracker Drak from Frog and Astrogos victory conditions and replaced it for Malachai's faction. Great. That's something that's been an issue since, well, you know, Frontier Decay released. Nasty Skulkers, Rogue Idol, River Trolls, Snotling Pump Wagons base unit have been added to Gorbad Omens of Destruction DLC for his use in it. Okay, cool. That's nice. So they're adding a bunch of units there. That's actually really good. Those units are being added there. So that means that if you... because they're attached to other DLCs, but if you play as Gorbad, you'll have access to them if you don't have those other DLCs. Resolve the script error that prevented events from triggering after completing missions as Gorbad Ironclaw. Yeah, that's the one that's just recently been added in. That's a good change overall. We've got a few extra ones here. Technology tree. The Hammer of Gork's blinded contact effect is no longer replaced by Dazed from the Orcs and Goblins Avalanche Smash technology. So, funny enough, sometimes when you have multiple contact effects hitting at the same time, like the exact same time, that can trigger a crash. So that will actually fix up some issues there. And the Eshin Maneater's Weeping Blade effect is no longer replaced by Armor Sundering from the Ogre's Better Plunder technology. Once again, same thing. Skill tree. Fixed an issue where Snagglers beneath the Gloomy Canopy skill would lose its Stalk effect when upgraded. Good. We need him to be with Stalk. That's what makes him really good. Remove the immune to contact effects from Slaughtermaster's Poison Master skill as they possess that attribute innately. Cool. Remove the Thunder Tusk and Stonehorn from the Hunter skill effects that provided Vanguard, Frenzy, and Stalk Hunter skills. Okay, a little bit of a nerf there, but I mean, it makes sense, right? They were already strong. I mean, the Thunder Tusk is just insane. Like, absolutely insane. Fix the missing Idol of Gork scrap upgrade for Savage Orc kits, and fix the Divinatory Authority skill, incorrectly reducing for Cold-Blooded instead of Focus Instincts. Okay, we got a few more changes over here. So first up, we've got units. Fixed an issue where Marcus Wolfheart's Imperial Regiments of Greatswords had different tier to regular Greatswords. Okay. UI and UX. Fixed an issue, a UI issue, where the Ogre's Army ability Meat Feast was incorrectly stated it affected multiple units when it only affected a single unit. Yeah, it's a shame. It would have been nice to have multiple, but yeah, I guess there's a lot of single entity monsters that could benefit from that, or characters. And then battle. Units. Fixed an issue where Colossal Squigs were missing Siege Attacker. Great, that's very important. Added missing MP unit card caps to the following: Colossal Squigs, the Acid Burper, Stagler, Death Thrower, Piggyback Knights. Okay, so a bunch of units for multiplier, because, yeah, they just had no caps and people could just doomstack them, which made tournaments just an issue. Fixed an issue where Corn Ghouls were still available for Warriors of Chaos when unit cats were active. Okay, that's MP once again. And fixed the abilities Bathed in Blood and Blinding Radiance, incorrectly labeled as active abilities. Okay, I mean, that's not too bad. Overall, I think this is a pretty decent-sized hotfix. Fixes a lot of issues, and most importantly, a few nerfs there to Skulltaker, which I think is quite important. Let's be honest, I know we all like a little bit of overpowered stuff, but it was just ridiculous. He should be overpowered in his own right, and he is, because the cloak is just very amazing, but the whole thing of just having a million blood hosts and no other armies, that was just wild. So we're going to have to wait around 2 more weeks for the next hotfix, but that's fine. I think that's going to be... Well, actually, yeah, 2 weeks. I was looking at the wrong calendar. But yeah, I think that's all right. Every 2 weeks is fine as long as everything keeps coming out in a pretty decent state. If the hotfixes are going to be this big, I think that's fine. I think the insistence of doing like weekly hotfixes were causing more issues than anything because it was burning out a lot of players as it was destroying a lot of mods. You can roll back, obviously, but then when the mods start updating, that becomes a bit of an issue. So I think 2 weeks is a pretty realistic time. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. This will be linked in the comments below, in the description below, sorry. And I'll see you all again very soon, guys. Have a great day.